So I remember creating a Bluesky account when it first was created just to be able to keep tabs on what is happening. I've never made a post over there because I'd probably just get banned the second I was. But the thing is, it is definitely an alternate reality that you're entering into in this. It is the left-wing echo chamber, and it is exactly as left-wing as you might expect. But the thing is, siloing them off into this mirror dimension that nobody ever looks in is, I think, making people forget just how awful they are. And I kind of don't want them to make everyone, like, let that fade from people's minds. So, I mean, like, look at this. I love this. This is like one of the most shared things I've found on there. 2,300 reposts, 8,700 likes. David Hogg, absolute truth. The only people who fear equality are those who benefit from its absence. Yeah, I'm terrified of equality because I worked really hard to earn a house and a business and this YouTube channel, and those people who don't have those things would take them away from me. And the presence of equality would be me being deprived of those things I have lawfully worked for. You're damn right I benefit from inequality in that way, justly, lawfully. Right, it is moral that I have something I worked for and you don't have that thing that I worked for. Brilliant take from David Hogg. That means anyone who's ever actually done something productive with their lives are like, yeah, I'm totally against equality. I'm for the inequality of me having my thing and you not having my thing. And that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Doesn't that just make perfect sense? But when David Hogg frames it this way, oh, the seal clapping. It's just incredible. Absolute truth. Like, it's the low IQ section of the left-wing internet that has been siphoned off from Twitter. So now it's just like, you know, the influencer class without their, like, idiots at the bottom making loads of noise. But the problem, I think, is that the MAGA folk are therefore kind of unchallenged on Twitter. So you only see from one side of the divide the sort of the cat turd level of discourse. Their cat turd level of discourse has been moved over here, and so it's out of sight and out of mind. Anyway, let's go through some of the fun things that I found, because again, it is being in a mirror universe, and it is mental. It is absolutely mental. So this is MS-13 under arrest in El Salvador. All of these men are being illegally detained in a foreign gulag, says Machine Pun Kelly. They weren't deported, they were illegally imprisoned. This is illegally imprisoned. This is the face of fascism. Look at it. You can see, if you zoom, the tattoos on their backs. I mean, he's literally got the numbers on his back. Like, they're all covered in tattoos. These are all literal gang members of a gang whose motto is murder, rape, or is it rape, kill, control, something like that. And it's just like, right, they're literally like the Simon Phoenix of Central American gangs, and for some reason we have this doughy lifelong debt who's just like, this is the face of fascism. Look at it. It's like, you know, it's good that these murderers and rapists are in jail, right? It's good that they're not kicking heads around in the public parks anymore. It's good that they're not chopping off people's fingers for not giving them money. It's good that they're not literally terrorizing millions of people. It's good that they're not withdrawing the human rights and suppressing the human rights, the right to live in freedom and prosperity and safety for millions of their countrymen and whoever else that they can get their hands on. It's bonkers that they're sat there going, well, this is fascism. It's fascism when you lock up terroristic gangs, is it? It's a weird advert for fascism, isn't it? I mean, there are loads of them, right? Without due process, this could be you. No, I'm not shaven-headed with loads of weird tattoos and part of a murderous gang. I'm not part of a murderous gang. It ain't going to be me because I'm not part of a fucking murderous gang. I'm a normal citizen who pays his taxes, not someone who rapes and murders and controls the drug trade. It's so obviously not going to be me. It could be you. It could be me. Jack, I think that you don't do stuff like this. I don't think it could be you. I don't think you look like this. I don't think you have these tattoos. I don't think you have these associations. And I don't think that you have the crimes under your belt that they have, right? It could be any or all of us. No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't, Jack. No, it couldn't. They're not just going to start arresting law-abiding citizens. They are arresting rapists, murderers, and drug dealers. Right? This is not nearly as blanket as you're making it out to be. But he says it doesn't matter who you vote for or the colour of your skin. You must understand what's truly at stake here. What the freedom for rapists and murderers to go around raping and murdering. All tyranny needs to thrive is for people of good conscience to remain silent. No. What tyranny needs to thrive is absolute chaos on the streets. What it needs is for you to be afraid to challenge it. And if these guys are running around terrorizing you, how is that not tyranny? How is that not tyranny? I mean, the term anarcho-tyranny really applies, doesn't it? And that's what Jack is in favour of, because Jack is a moron. Anyway, here's Dr. Zachary Rubin. Autism is not a disease. What, isn't it? I mean, good news, everyone watching this video. Autism is not a disease, so you don't have any kind of disorder. You're just as healthy and valid as someone who doesn't have autism, which makes me wonder why we even bother diagnosing it and categorizing it in the first place, right? Obviously, if there's something wrong with you, even it doesn't change your moral worth as a human being. It doesn't make you someone of less value or anything like that. But it is something that is a disorder. And it would be better if you didn't have disorders. Right? But not according to the people on Bluesky. There is also a lot of trans stuff on Bluesky. Now, this is weird because this, I think, could be considered transphobic and classist. So that for anyone listening, it's an AI-generated J.D. Vance, Sister Hillbilly Eyeliner Made in China. This seems to be mocking J.D. Vance by portraying him as a transgender, which seems transphobic from their point of view. And again, you would think that they would be a bit more sensitive to that sort of thing. But okay, so weird fetish, Chinese fetish AI things, which is weird. Now a message from China. We love China, apparently. Bizarre. I like that. I only like because you've got to teach the algorithm what you want. I want it to give me political stuff so I can see their political opinions. But you can see Zach here. Ah, yes, homophobic and transphobic jokes. Boom. Knew it was coming. We'll absolutely put the idiot Republicans who relish homophobia and transphobia directly in their place. Feeling justified in killing us? Oh, bro, come on. Nobody's getting killed over stupid jokes on the internet. Like, it used to be that you called them just rude, right? They just used to be rude. But anyway, we need to start to empower our communities, self-defense classes. Yeah, okay, but you're still right, actually, that transphobic jokes aren't very progressive. But that's only because I read a lot of Bluesky. Actually, I don't read a lot of Bluesky. I'm going to start reading a lot of Bluesky, though, because I'm enjoying their takes. These are the takes I used to get from Twitter. I now need to get from Bluesky because I enjoy them. Now, a lot of Bluesky, I don't want to give you a mistaken opinion. It's not all political, right? And in fact, if I just get up the front page, okay, well, there's also English whining about transphobia. It's the first thing. But a lot of it is like, nonsense. Like there's a lot of, wow, what a nice place you live in. But a lot of it, I guess the algorithm's updated now, but it's like, dogs, cats, flowers, people posting art, stuff like this, right? There we go. A lot of it is like that. But then in amongst it, you find this. So it's all this feel-good, happy, hippie, nice stuff. And then transphobes eat shit and die alone. It's like, oh, right, okay. So is it this person? Is this person eating shit and dying alone? Or is it just the transphobes who politically disagree with you who eat shit and die alone? All the people have mentioned saying hate won't defeat hate or BS to that effect. So, yeah, there are people going, you know what, this isn't that appropriate. And they're just like, don't care. I'm going to be evil. I've chosen team evil. I'm going to commit to it. So anyway, you have people like Scott Wiener. Didn't he get caught doing something? Pretty sure he got caught doing something terrible. But anyway, he's on Bluesky, so I shouldn't be too surprised. But then Pam Bondi is just an evil, tyrannical transphobe who is preventing trans kids from transitioning. Because that's a thing. And she's being an evil tyrant for preventing that from happening and protecting women's sports and other deeply transphobic things. And of course, he's furious about it. And this is just the normal sort of thing they talk about all day, every day on Bluesky. Whenever you get any kind of political, there's a lot of trans stuff on Bluesky. You can imagine how the UK Supreme Court verdict has gone down like an absolute lead balloon. And finally, we need to make sure that MS-13 are safe in the United States, right? There's one thing you need to remember. It's that MS-13, good boys, didn't do nothing, have never done anything wrong, and it's just the evil white supremacy that is holding them back. And so you've got posts like this. Again, I like this one. Again, to train the algorithm, but it's funny to like it as well. Communities are organising ice patrols using radios and megaphones. But what we really need is an ice alert website where people can share details of ice activity in real time to help protect and inform one another. You know what? That's exactly what you need. It's not what the law-abiding public who don't want to get murdered by illegal immigrants need, but the people who want them to be murdered by illegal immigrants absolutely need this. I mean, they've just got such extreme narratives on anything. We were just at an Army Navy surplus store, and the staff took 2 phone calls in a matter of minutes asking if they had security polos. I don't think it was a coincidence. There were security badges behind the counter and could be purchased. How do we know a badge is legit? You don't, and know that you will die where they are sending you. You don't get a day in court, and they cannot get you back. You don't have a choice if they come for you. You have to fight. Right. So you're going to die if you are returned to your home country. What if you're not from El Salvador? What if you're from Guatemala or wherever, or Venezuela or whatever? It's not a death sentence to live in these countries, right? If you're going to be sent to El Salvador, you're probably a terrible person and deserve it. But also, are you sure it's wise to just be like, no, you have to just start attacking ICE? I don't recommend that. I don't recommend anyone starts attacking any kind of law enforcement or border enforcement or whatever. I think that actually cooperating with the law, this is me being old-fashioned, very right-wing, cooperating with the laws and law enforcement and going through the legal channels to claim your legal rights is usually way more preferable and more likely to see you come out of the other end of the process intact than fighting the police or fighting border patrol. I'm just, again, I know this is a deeply right-wing perspective, but don't actually fight the law. The law is actually a good thing and we need it for stuff. And if you're in the country illegally, well, then the fault is yours, isn't it? Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a quick update from my little tour of Bluesky today. It's still bonkers, frankly. They're just as they are, of course, in the pressure cooker, right? So all it is people piling on with more and more extreme, like the next one. Women get this. Same reaction as a rapist. Fight now or die. ICE are not. It is not the same. ICE is not the same as being a rapist, right? And trying to rape. It's mental. They're mental. They're absolutely mental. But it's in the pressure cooker where they're constantly, here's the same thing over and over. And the thing is, people aren't seeing it because it's siloed on an app that no one uses. If it was on Twitter, then you'd still be like, oh yeah, the left is still mental. Trust me, the left is still absolutely mental. They're just hiding it better.